Hey guys, welcome to TS Gear. I've got a product here that I mentioned in a previous video, in the unboxing video that I did, that I'm going to be reviewing here. I'm going to do that now actually. And it's a product that I'm kind of unsure about. I love Maxpedition products. I think they're amazing. They're great quality. And these are good quality. However, they have some shortcomings that I'll go over. And maybe it's just that I don't have the perfect use for them yet. I think is possibly a better explanation. But anyway, what I've got here in front of you is two different sizes of the Maxpedition's tactical gear retractor. These are super heavy duty. They're big too. Let me get something for size comparison. Here is my Spyderco Manix XL. So you can see I'm zoomed out quite a bit, and these are, this large one is about the same length as the Spyderco Manix XL. You can see that is a full-size Manix XL. They're big. They're not your typical retractor. I actually have one over here as I walk away. This is the typical one that you get at like a trade show or something like that. Here's a little badge retractor, and that's kind of the size of the normal one you get. And you can see clearly these things dwarf this little guy. So is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, I don't know. It depends on what you're going to use it for. Now I can tell you, obviously, these are going to be much higher quality than that, and are going to be able to have a lot more retracting force than this little guy. This little guy is made for a name badge, although to be honest there's quite a bit of force on that, but as you can tell, not as much as these have quite a bit more. What am I going to use this for? I honestly have no idea. I got it mostly because I hadn't seen it anywhere on YouTube. It was a new product from Maxpedition, and I kind of wanted to see if it was going to fit any roles that I had, and so far it really doesn't. I had a few ideas which I'll show you real quick. I thought, you know what, hey, why not maybe a walkie-talkie? I could have it on my lapel, either secured somehow or hanging there. I could use it and it would retract right back. Well, it doesn't exactly work that way. Let me actually use this one since it's already got a hook here. So I wouldn't use it with the hook. I would obviously go directly to it. But I can show you here that it does actually hold the weight, but when you retract it out, it doesn't come back. It doesn't retract back into the thing. If you give it a little bit of a help, it does. So maybe that's not such a bad thing. I still may use it for something like that. I should probably tell you how these work actually first. So they're really very durable, thick plastic body here, and this is a metal clip, metal gate clip. This large one has a little, latch, kind of like a tape measure does. So you can pull it out and you can kind of lock it in, and it stays out to whatever spot you left it at. And then to retract it back, you just push this back and it kind of springs back. They detach here, and you have these little, they're little clip things with a metal braided or a steel braided cable, small steel braided cable that connects them. And it's connected to this plastic though. So the steel braiding is going to be nice because whatever you have hanging in here is not going to wear through like some sort of cordage. The line on these is a Kevlar. I'm guessing some sort of Kevlar thread that makes up this nylon looking, although it says it's Kevlar, line. You can tell this is heavy duty line here. So this one is 48 inches. The tether is 48 inches long, and the retracting force is 10 ounces. So it should about equalize at 10 ounces, I would guess that means. So that's the large one. The medium one, basically the exact same construction. It does not have the little switch up here, so it's just out and in. The medium one is a 36-inch tether and a 6-ounce retraction force. Also, I should mention I have both the C-clips or the gate clips here. They do have them in a strap. There's a strap that goes over the top here, which I got these because I thought they'd be more versatile, but actually now I see there may be a use for the strap instead, but we will see. Anyway, so I showed you the walkie-talkie. Some other ideas, I mean, you could always do keys. To be honest though, and it does retract, and these aren't the lightest keys. I could probably make them lighter by taking off this S-beaner. But this is just huge to do that. I mean, that's the same size as the keys. So if you picture this, having this hanging on a belt loop, and then your keys hanging off of that, you're halfway down your thigh with your keys already before you even utilize them. So I don't really think they fit that role. Now, if you had it on a bag somewhere or something like that, maybe it would work. I honestly don't see it. But you never know. One thing I thought might be good is, let's say you're on a trip. Either, for instance, when I was in Hawaii, we did the zip line, and the zip line is way up in the air in Maui. I don't know if you've seen that, but I had my camera with me, just this little camera here, and I just was basically holding this thing, going down the zip line so I could get some video. If I dropped it, it was toast. There's no way I was getting it back, and if I did, it would just be demolished because of how high up we were. But if I attached it to one of these gear retractors, let me see if I can. I'm not going to thread that through, but well, okay. I'll show you how this works. So you just push on one end here, and it's got a little arrow, and it kind of unseats it out of this little square notch. So it unseats that cable, and you just kind of fit it out of this hole that's towards the bottom. So it's kind of like this slotted system. And then I would probably put a metal ring or something, because I don't think it'll fit. No, it won't fit through there, but for just demonstration purposes, I'll just go through there and right back up and back into that little notch. So we'll try it on the large one first. So let's say you had this attached to your backpack or your harness, whatever you had, and then you could utilize your camera freely, record and whatever, and if you accidentally drop it, you know, you're not going to lose it. You may have a heavier camera and it may stay down, but you still have it tethered, and it's not going to have a whole bunch of line that's going to get in your way. So that's kind of a nice feature. I'd probably use it for something like that. However, I'm not often in Maui doing a zip line. So the other thing you could do is like helmet cam. Now this, I have a tether system that I've kind of made out of paracord, and this this heavy duty cable fishing line. I tether that to my helmet, so if it falls, it's just going to hang there. But you could use something like this, maybe off your pack, to where if it fell, it would still be dangling there. Helmet cams are different because they're kind of fixed in place on your head, and so you don't need to be kind of waving it all over the place typically. But that would probably work. Another thought was, I'm just going to steal the one off of this because I don't feel like doing that. So another thought was a flashlight. So this is you guys have seen the Claris XT11. Pretty stout flashlight. So I would attach it again up here, but for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to find the easiest attachment point right now. And maybe on your gear you have this thing, and it could even be in a holster, and you can take it out and use it. And if you had to drop it all of a sudden, you're not going to lose it. It's still going to be attached to you, whatever flashlight you might have. And it's not going to have a cord that's got a bunch of slack in it when it's in its holster. So, I mean, I guess you could do that. I don't see myself using it for that at any time, but with search and rescue, I might do something like that with like a walkie-talkie, maybe a flashlight. More than likely, everything's going to be kind of packed nicely because I am on the ATV unit, so I don't want a bunch of stuff hanging off of me while I'm riding through the woods. that's kind of all the. Here's a lighter flashlight actually. Maybe I should try this. Here's just a Costco flashlight. Let's try this one because this probably will work better. And to get these on, you do have to take them off of the snaps unless you've got unless you're clipping something to it. But if you're going to thread this through anything, you do need to take it off. As I struggle on camera here. So let's try this one actually. I haven't seen anywhere that you can buy these extra little gear attachment points, but I'm gonna guess they've got to have them at some point. It seems like that's kind of the thought behind it. But you can see something like this weight of flashlight works much better than this Clarus XT11. This will actually retract nicely, and again, I guess if you wanted to, you could just have it hanging on something and you can do it there. Let's try it on the medium one real quick. So yeah, and in fact, for some reason that medium one feels like it might have just as much, if not more. It's definitely seems zippier than the large. So I don't know if maybe this little lever here is kind of putting some drag on the line or something. I have no idea, but it actually feels faster for some reason. You know, I can't really think of anything else. Oh, actually I do have one other thing. This was something that I was thinking of that my idea I thought might have worked, but when I look at it after I get these products, I don't think it's a good idea. Let me move some things out of the way here. So to demonstrate this, I got my Rush 12 bag that I just got. I do have the 24 as well, which this would work out just fine for. Let me move it up here. So on the Rush 12 bag, I have a source hydration bladder in there. And let's say you want to secure this hose, and this will work on any backpack. Let's say this hose just is flopping around all the time, drives you nuts. Yet if you attach it here, you can't really get to it easily. So what you could do is, you could find an attachment point here on the end of this thing, and put this thing on. If I wasn't so clumsy, you could. And again, you'd want to be a lot more careful with your attachment points than I'm being right now. But let's say you wanted to attach this. Let's put it right here. So you've got that attached there. You can clip in your hose, or you could put it up here or wherever. But now you can kind of extend it to drink, and when you drop it, it doesn't flop around on you. Again, probably the medium would be a better size for that than this large. I just grabbed the large one, but while it's attached, it's kind of difficult to pull off. Let's do the medium one here. Yeah, definitely a better size. So I might actually test that. I'm going to the dunes on Saturday, so I may test that, although I don't know how it'll do for getting sand and junk in there, because it is guaranteed to happen out there. But I don't know, maybe not the best idea, but it seems like it would work. And work not too bad. But anyway, so that's kind of all I've got on these. Like I said, I can't really give them a bad review. They are definitely heavy duty, very strong. I just don't know that I could give them an overly stellar review either, because personally I'm not sure if I have just any glaring need for them. If you guys have any ideas on maybe some other uses for them, feel free to put them in the comments. If you want to know if something will work for it, I'd be happy to test it out for you and reply. If it's like a big enough thing, maybe I'll do a quick video on it. Let me know. It's just kind of one of those deals that I hadn't seen it out there, so I wanted to check it out. Good or bad, that's what it is. Thanks for watching.